So we are starting a new chapter today. Chapter 6 is on systems of equations. So we're going to kind of talk a little bit about what that is. And today we're going to focus on graphing. So it would give you another opportunity to get a little practice with graphing and also add to it because we will be solving a system today. A little bit of vocabulary here. Two or more linear equations that come together, we put those together and it forms what we call a system of linear equations. So any ordered pair that makes all of the equations in a system true is considered a solution. So for example, if I had 5 linear equations in a system, I would have to find the value that would work for all 5 equations in order for it to be a solution. So we really primarily in this chapter focus on 2 linear equations together, but there will be times where I will give you a little bit more of a challenge and give you a little bit more than just 2 equations. But I think 2 is a good place to start. So in this first problem, we're going to be solving by graphing. And we're going to be finding the solution of this system. Sometimes in a system, they will put a bracket around it to show that it's a system and they go together. Sometimes not. So we'll just see how it goes there. Now, in this first problem, we want to know what's the solution and we want to solve it by graphing. I do like to practice this by hand, although it also comes in pretty handy if you have a graphing calculator. Unfortunately, with us going remote, we probably won't be able to do a lot of work with graphing calculators, but when we get back in person, that's something that I will plan on adding in to the curriculum. So in this first one, we're going to solve by hand. So we're going to graph each equation by hand, and then we're going to see what is the solution for the system. So I usually use 2 different colors to show the 2 lines. I think that just helps when you're doing it by hand. So keep that in mind when you're doing your assignment. So in the first equation, it's already set up for us, y equals mx plus b. We know that the 4 here is our starting point. So I would start at the 0 at the origin, go up 4 on my y-axis and make a point. And then from there, I know my slope is 2 over 1. Remember, that's my rise over my run. So from this point, we would go up to right 1, up to right 1, down to left 1. That would also work. Remember, you can do the opposite, the exact opposite. And then I do that several times just because I like to have a nice line, but it's particularly important here when we're solving an equation by graphing. So I might even do it one more time. I'm going to do the exact opposite again and make another point here. Another reason why a straight edge is important, we want to have a nice line so that we can compare that to the other equation. So I'm going to connect those together here with my ruler. Okay, now I'm going to switch colors. And now we're going to graph the second equation on the same graph, same coordinate plane. So I'm going to start now at 2. 2 is my starting point. So I will have a new point at 2. And my slope here is 1. So we can think of that as 1 over 1. So from that point, we would go up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1. I can see that if I continue in this direction, it's going to get further from the blue line, and I want to find where they intersect. So I'm going to go ahead and go backwards and go the opposite direction. So starting at 2, I'm going to go down 1 and left 1, down 1 and left 1, down 1 and left 1. And I can see from there, I can see where the two lines are going to intersect. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my other line here to show that. Ugh, it always moves on me. It's very annoying, but I don't know how to really fix that. It won't let me, I don't know. Okay, so that's pretty close. So I'm going to draw my line here. And looking at my graphs, I can see that they intersect right here at this point. So that point would represent the solution to the equations. In this case, we would go -2 and then 0. So my solution would be an ordered pair at -2, 0. I can certainly check that. I should be able to plug in -2, 0 for x and y in both equations, and it should be a true statement. So if I take -2 and plug it in here, I get -4 plus 4, which certainly is 0. And then if I plug in -2 here, -2 plus 2 is also 0, so that checks out. So I know it works, and you can always check those by plugging them into the x and y for each equation. It has to work in all the equations to be a solution, okay? Now, there's one for you to try. Notice that it isn't set up quite as nicely as this one was. This one, they already are both solved for y. They are already in slope-intercept form. So you should be able to take each of these equations and go ahead and rewrite them so that you have y by itself. And then from there, you should be able to graph using the y-intercept as your starting point, and then your slope, your rise over your run, to make a nice graph and see where they intersect. So I want you to pause my video, and I would like you to try to write these equations in the correct form, and then go ahead and graph the two equations and see if you can find the solution. And then we will check it by unpausing, and I will have some of that work already completed, okay? So go ahead and pause now, and you try this next one. Okay. So hopefully you had a chance to practice that a little bit. Let's go ahead and kind of talk about this. First of all, in the first equation, I had to get y by itself. So I just subtracted the x to move it over to the other side. So that's why I have a -x plus 4 here. Then on the second equation, again, I subtracted the 2x to move it over. But then I also have to get rid of this negative here, or -1 in front of the y. So that just means I'm going to divide everything by -1, which basically, as we know, just changes all of the signs. So we would end up with y equals a positive 2x, and then this would become a -2. Notice I also have graphed the first equation. So 4 is my y-intercept, so I started at 4. My slope is -1, So that means I can either go up to the left 1 unit each time, or I can go down to the right unit each time. That creates that negative relationship. Then let's go ahead and do the second one. So I'm going to start at -2, and my line has totally faded here, so I'm just going to kind of estimate about where -2 would be. And then my slope, as I know, is 2/1. So that means from this point, I would go up 2 and right 1, up 2 and right 1, up 2 and right 1. So I can already see where they're going to intersect, but I still want to draw a nice line for that. So I'm going to get my ruler, my straight edge. Hopefully you have one that you can use. And then go ahead and graph that relationship. So we can see they intersect here. It looks like at 2, 2 on my graph. So my solution, as far as I know, is going to be 2, 2. And if I want to check that, if I plug in 2 and 2 here, they do equal 4, so that works. And if I plug in 2 and 2 here, I get 4 minus 2, which is 2. So that checks out. So again, getting some practice with graphing, so that's always good. But now we're graphing a system, so we're looking for that solution, that ordered pair that works when you plug it in both equations. Now, the next example here is talking about when we have infinite solutions or no solutions. So if the equations represent the same line, we consider that infinite number of solutions, and the coordinates then of any point on the line would be a solution. So I might want to just highlight that. If the equations represent the same line, then we say there is an infinite number of solutions. The other side of that is if they are parallel lines. In this example, these two lines are parallel, so of course we know that they will never intersect. So when they graph these two equations here, they have to first solve them to get y by itself, and then they would graph equation 1, then they would graph equation 2, and then we can see there's never going to be a solution. They never intersect. So in this example, we would say there's no solution to the system. So in problem number 3 here, it asks what is the solution of the system, and use a graph here and describe that solution. Now, I can look at these two equations and I can already see they have the same slope. And we know from a previous lesson, if they have the same slope and different y-intercepts, then they have to be parallel to each other. So if we look here at B, both of these are parallel. One of them goes through 5 on the y-axis, one goes through -3. So I know they're parallel. I know they have different y-intercepts. So it has to be B, and we would say it has no solution. So there's another example here where we would solve the system. So before I run out of time, I'm going to quickly pause. I'd like you to work this out, and then we'll check it real quick before my time runs out on the video. So pause. So really quick, hopefully you had a chance to work this out. You did have to be a bit careful with the scale. You should have ended up with an answer of 1412. Notice that I changed the slopes so that it went by 2s since my scale was going by 2s. Hopefully you had a chance to graph that, and we are out.